This is an extract about Alexei and Benedict, who set up the Save the NHS party. Alexei Afiliatis is a 50-year-old gastroenterologist. He was working in A&E in the Brook in southeast London when Stephen Lawrence was brought in. He set up the Save the NHS party, but the party was sabotaged. It started with an attempt to oust Benedict. A small group on the executive, who they thought they could trust, sprang a disciplinary case on him, claiming he had brought the party into disrepute. They had asked people outside the party for evidence against him and trawled social media for inappropriate comments Benedict might have made to justify a kangaroo court. This split the party, and it was only then that Alex woke up to the fact that some on the executive had been wreckers from the beginning. Stooges brought in to neutralise the party. He really did not want to believe it, and there was no better way to make the party ineffective than to manufacture an internal fight. Only looking back did he see they should have spotted the sort of people they were. Never a group to rock the boat too much, never a group to criticise the establishment. It turns out that they were actually part of it. They always blocked what Alex and Benedict thought would be effective action. When given tasks, they dragged their feet. It was easy to see in retrospect. What was the saying? Keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. The closest was a woman from a knife manufacturing family who called herself Charlotte Corday and claimed to be a book editor in Cambridge. How appropriate then to be stabbed in the back and then the front by her. Alexei had heard of astroturfing, where an organisation was set up as a front. He knew this not had happened as he had set up the party. And he trusted Benedict, but he was shocked that their baby had been poisoned from within. But these people grabbed control of the party. They broke all the rules and violated the constitution, but could spin this as an appropriate action because they had control over all the IT, the social media, the membership list and the government structure. Alexei and Benedict were ostracised, cut out, became persona non grata and were denigrated at every opportunity. They were told they were no longer members of the party that they had founded. Their monthly subscriptions were sent back. They were airbrushed from the party's website as though they had never existed. Black, white and grey propaganda was used against them. They were never offered an explanation. They were treated appallingly by a group of egocentric morons who were using the party for a variety of reasons. Some were paid infiltrating saboteurs who were a necessary part of the plot to destroy the NHS. Their motto was borrowed from Lenin: the best way to control the opposition is to head it ourselves. Some just enjoyed the political machinations for no other reason than it was fun. Some liked to use the doors it opened up to meet people of influence, and some liked the sound of their own voices and had an overdeveloped sense of their own importance. Other colleagues who should have known better were giving Alex and Benedict the cold shoulder. So unfair, but it demonstrated the power of controlling the party apparatus. Hitler and Stalin had known this. Benedict said he had updated Lenin's quote, "One man with a gun can control 100 without one," to "One man in charge of a computer can control 100 without that power," and reminded Alex that Tom Clancy said, "If you can control information, you can control people." But Alex reassured him that Einstein had said, "Information is not knowledge." As the dust settled on their defeat and ousting, Alex investigated the background of some of the assassins. He could kick himself for not doing it earlier. He had been too trusting and taken in by the smooth talk and their Machiavellian actions. Several had hidden their links to think tanks like Demos, the Adam Smith Institute, the Centre for Policy Studies and the Taxpayers Alliance. The Institute of Economic Affairs had received the minutes of all their meetings.